Well, I always wanted a pet, not the kind that the other kids get. No, I didn't want a dog or a cat or a parrot or a mouse. Walking in the woods by the shore, I found what I was looking for. With a neck like a lamppost, a body like the side of a house. He gave me a smile, and before I knew, he was my friend. And he's bigger than an elephant too. There's nothing like him in the zoo. Brontosaurus, will you wait for me?
Alright, I've just received this delivery of books. I couldn't fit them in my bag, so the guy at the bookstore said he'd drive them out to me, so that was very kind of him. There's a few in here that hang on. There's a few in here that I'm wanting to look into. This one, which is a folio edition of Hans, can you see that? Hans Christian Andersen's Fairy Tales. This thing is brand new, so excited to look in and see what that one's all about. And there was another one, oh yeah, Paddington Marches On, that's the first edition, so we'll see what that's all about as well. I've also just seen out the corner of my eye here while I was moving it, this Egyptian mythology book. Look at that. Awesome. So yeah, we'll get all this stuff sorted out and filed away. Alright guys, how's it going? Hopefully you've been enjoying the selections from Dinosaur Record that I'm going to be putting throughout the video. I think I've got like 5 of the songs or something. So yeah, we're sticking those through. I'm going to show you a couple of these books that I got out of that box, but I'm not going to go crazy because a lot of them were the same. Well, not the same, a lot of them were this set, which is, I don't know if you're going to be able to make that out, they're pretty knackered. This is Bleak House by Dickens. It was in fact all of these were Dickens books. I've got pretty much all of them already. I didn't have Edward Drood, and there was an Edward Drood in this set, and they're like 50p each, so I just took them all. You know what I mean? If you went to a bookshop to buy this, you'd probably pay, you know, £10 for that. Maybe not quite, but, and I got all of them for, you know, like £4. So yeah, happy with that. Happy to get Edward Drood. This was the book that he was writing when he died, so it's like unfinished. I don't know if somebody else finished it. I just knew I didn't have one and I wanted a copy. So I'm happy to have it. And Bleak House. I think I've got a Bleak House already, but anyway, it doesn't matter. That's those. This was another interesting one I'm looking forward to getting into. This is Buried... Wow, camera doesn't like it. Buried Worlds. Come on. Anyway, it is Discovering Buried Worlds by Andre Parrott. And yeah, it's just archaeological book. Is that Petra? So that's cool. And then yeah, this one I took through because I didn't know of its existence. This is Frankenstein. Obviously, I knew of Frankenstein, but this is the 1818 text. It's called, and I wasn't aware. Like normal Frankenstein that you buy is 1831 kind of rejig Shelley did of the story. For whatever reasons, it says here. Which is a mocking expose of leaders and achievers who leave desolation in their wake, showing humanity its choice. So apparently this one is harder and wittier than the 1831 version with which we are more familiar. So there's 2 versions, who knew? Not me anyway, but now I do. So, and now you do. So the 1818 edition and the 1831, so there's 2. Just a couple of comics this week. We'll start with the Batman 10. I'm really enjoying this now. Detective's going great as well. I need to get the next one, obviously next week, but I'm really enjoying just the current stuff on that DC's doing with Batman. So yeah, long may it continue. I'm liking the twice weekly as well. I'm getting 4 Batman books a month. Well, Detective and Batman, I'm getting 4 books a month, and then I'm getting All Star as well. So 5 really. The next one is this Star Trek issue 22. It doesn't like that purple. This book is brand new. I don't even think it had been read. I read it this morning. I think that was the first time it had been opened. Yeah, the crew are possessed, by the spirit of Jack the Ripper. So can't not have that. It looks like Jack the Ripper is Helena Bonham Carter, but we'll let that one slide. This is actually a continuing story, so I'm going to need 23 at least to finish this one off. This is the first Star Trek comic I've read. It was really cool. And finally is The Unexpected, issue 161. And this is a 100-page giant. I couldn't believe it. Someone was selling this just to buy it now for $3.79. Fair enough. I'll buy 100-page books for $3.79 all day long. It's 1975, something like that. I can't remember. Something like that. There's some great stories in here, and I just love the Unexpected Letters pages. They're great. There's some really cool stories in here. The dollhouse one is that on the front. The haunted dollhouse. And that's that's amazing. So anyway, that's books and stuff.
You are a beautiful thing, Ostegosaurus. You had everything, Ostegosaurus. Wish you were here right now.
So we got some vinyl on the go here. I don't know if you're going to be able to hear it. I didn't play it very loud because I know Tat had a problem with the Beatles, and he's only 1/4 of the Beatles, but I got George Harrison, I can't remember what it's called, Living in the Material World. I don't really know much about their solo stuff. I've got more John Lennon stuff than I've got anything else, so I don't know what album this is. I can't even see a date on it. But anyway, that one. I got this 7-inch. This is American Pie by Don McLean. Is that gonna? Oh, maybe. But this is like an 8-minute version or something. It's part 1 and part 2. I've never seen that before. I've got like a American Pie single that's just one side. So we'll listen to that and see what's going on. Rolled Gold, the best of the Rolling Stones. This is a double album. I was really happy to see this because I think I've only got 1 Rolling Stones album, maybe 2. So yeah, I was pleased to find this one. It's got some sweet stuff on here. Obviously it's their greatest hits, why wouldn't it? Unless you don't like the Rolling Stones, in which case they're all shit. Nobody in the world ever thinks this is shit though. Ice Ice Baby by Vanilla Ice. This is a 12-inch single. The Miami Drop mix. So that's pretty sweet. And the instrumental. And side 2 is called It's a Party. And if you know Vanilla Ice, you know he's not wrong when he says it's a party. So there you go. That's the 12-inch of that. I was really chuffed to find that. And then yeah, I hit the jackpot with singles, 12-inch singles this week, I think. Run DMC, Walk This Way. That's a floor filler. I just need people, friends, to fill the floor. But I've got the music whenever I get some, so we'll get there eventually. This, I don't really know what I can say about it. Partners in Crime, Turtle Power. And the B-side is Splinter's Tale 1 and 2. It's like the story of the turtles from the movie that Splinter sets from the first movie that Splinter says, but there's some like awesome 90s techno thumping away behind it. So yeah, check out Partners in Crime with a K. Turtle Power. This one you're just going to have to believe me because it doesn't have its own. It's just in like a standard Pi Records label. But this is Rapper's Delight. This is upside down. This is the long version and the short version. So that's a great one to find. White Lines, Grandmaster Flash. Really happy to pick that up. I just couldn't leave it. I just couldn't leave it. Just don't judge me. Never Gonna Give You Up by Rick Astley. And finally, the Love Shack 12-inch by B-52s. And this has got just various different versions, and it's got the 7-inch on the B-side. So, yeah, that's a great song. It's one of my favourite songs, I think. Without letting you know too much about me. That's it, guys. That's everything. Oh no, it's not. Harry Potter playing cards. To my ever increasing pile of playing cards. Look, there's Hermione getting sorted. Getting sorted into her house, not just like getting sorted out. Yeah, so that's it. Yeah, I guess we'll see you for the next one, guys. Cheers.
That I know, lonely pterodactyl, lonely pterodactyl.
Oh, there's one last dinosaur record clip, so you'll get that now. Then we'll see you next time. Bye.
The gentle Brontosaurus lived on Earth 140 million years ago. The beautiful Stegosaurus existed 130 million years ago. Fearsome Tyrannosaurus Rex terrorized the world 100 million years ago. Triceratops lived 100 million years in the past. Pteranodon, a flying reptile, floated through the skies 80 million years ago. They and all dinosaurs are now sadly extinct.